Hey, everyone, we have Emmanuel Quickley here. If you have a question, raise your hand and I'll bring you into the room. First question comes from Rebecca Harlow.
Emmanuel, just continuing our conversation that we just had on the floor, with your comfort level out there, having Kenny Payne be with you this season, how much similarity do you see just between what you guys were doing last year and what you were doing this year? And how much has that helped you transition?
It's helped me transition great, honestly. Not even from the basketball side, but just from somebody who I know is going to push me day in, day out. Somebody who I can joke with, almost like a father figure, basically. It's great to have him, and it's just great to have him, honestly. So I'm proud of him.
Mark Berman, New York Post.
Hey, Emmanuel, what's with that swim move? Do you ever do that in Kentucky or?
Nah, I was just having fun. That's all.
Steve Popper, Newsday.
Emmanuel, can you just talk about, you guys were obviously struggling at times today. I think you were 2 for 9 yourself, and then just a burst like that. Where do you guys feel like? Do you see something coming?
Yeah, it starts with our defense. I think that's the main thing. Talked about it a little bit earlier, but we harp on trying to be, one of those top defensive teams in the league, and then that bleeds into our offense. And I think when we're defending and we're moving the ball and things like that, we're being aggressive. I think that's when we're at our best.
Dennis Gorman, AP.
Hi, Emmanuel. Tom had said that it's not important who starts a game, but he thinks it's more important who finishes a game. What do you think it says about you that he trusts you in the fourth quarter of games?
It says a lot. You always want to have trust between a player and a coach. If a coach trusts you, that means, you put in the work and you've worked hard. And I feel like I've done that. I'm going to continue to do that, which is work hard and stay in the gym and continue to get better, whether it's film or, weightlifting, anything that I can do to continue to just strive to get better, continue to earn the coach's trust, not only him, but the whole coaching staff and my teammates, continue to do that.
Steph Bondi, Daily News.
Hey, Emmanuel, just back on the defense, how much has Thibodeau impacted that side of the floor with you guys?
All right, Austin. I feel like, as a rookie, I don't think there's a better coach that I could have had as far as somebody who harps on the defense first, holds everybody accountable, whether you're the first man or the last man, he's going to coach everybody the same way. So just to have him as far as the defensive side is great. As a rookie, that's probably the biggest adjustment is the defensive side of the ball. And I'm glad that I have a defensive-minded coach that I can learn from.
Ian Begley, SNY.
Manuel, there's some fans on social media whenever you have these big games, they say, how is he not starting? What are your thoughts on starting? Do you care? How do you feel about starting, not starting?
I really just do whatever the coaches ask me to do. And right now it's coming off the bench. So when I come into the game, just giving energy, playing my game, which is playing hard, being unselfish, being aggressive when I have to, playing defense and really just doing whatever the team needs me to do to get wins. So that's the most important thing right now. I think we're like 9 or 8 seeds. So, we're trying to get into the playoffs this year and just doing whatever my team needs me to do to achieve that.
Peter Body, New York Post.
Emmanuel, hi. I just wanted to get back to the swimming thing. I know you said you were just having fun, but did any of the guys kind of joke around with you, say anything to you about it afterwards?
Yeah, we was in the cold tub and Austin was like, "What was that?" And I was just like, "I can't explain it, bro. I don't know what I was doing, to be honest." I think I seen Steph do it one time though, but other than that, it was just in the moment. I was just having fun.
Steve Popper, Newsday.
Emmanuel, some of the ups and downs you've had, 1 for 11 shooting last game in some of the hot, really hot streaks. Is that rookie stuff you see, or like what are coaches talking to you? Who's talking to you through these things, the ups and downs?
I talked to a lot. Like I've asked probably 10 NBA players before the season started, give me 3 things that they have learned, and one of them was just the NBA season is big on ups and downs. You're gonna have great games, you're gonna have games where you don't play as well, but the main thing is just to kind of stay grounded. It's never as good as it seems, never as bad as it seems. The truth lies somewhere in the middle. So just to continue to just stay grounded, continue to work hard, and just let the chips fall where they may.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Hey everyone, we have RJ Barrett here. If you have a question, raise your hand and I'll bring you into the room. Rebecca Harlow, MSG Network.
RJ, Coach was just telling us that, he's really impressed with just your intensity on both ends of the floor, every single possession. Have you found that you're at a place in your game now where you're just reacting more than thinking? And how does that kind of pay off for you?
I would say I'm trying as much as I can. Tibbs is a great coach, and we have just a great system offensively and defensively. And I've just been trying to, like you said, just go out there and play. Let's play hard.
Mark Berman, New York Post.
Hey, RJ, it was a grueling West Coast trip. To come home and have a big victory, a rout like this, how good is it for the team's psyche?
It feels great. Come home, get a win, get back on the right track, and then just kind of build from that.
Ian Bagley, SNY.
RJ, obviously there's 5 guys on the court, but with you and Julius, it just seems like, this year the offense just has been maybe easier. I don't know what it is, but what do you make of like this year with you and Julius on the floor compared to last year? Is there any difference?
I think, one, just being able to have played, a year together already. You learn people. We have some guys from last year back, so you learn people's games. And I think the more you play with someone, the more experience you get, the more their tendencies. So we've just been trying to do that, and along with listening to coaches game plan, and it's been working.
Steph Bondi, Daily News.
Hey, RJ, what did you know about Emmanuel before this season, whether it was through playing him internationally or in college? And what do you make of how quickly he's been able to kind of adapt to the NBA?
Played against him when he was on Team USA, and I think we were on the same team at McDonald's, the McDonald's All-American game. So he's always been good. Growing up, he's always been crafty with the ball, competitor, and just to see we were in the same class, and now we're in the league on the same team together. So that's really great to see.
Steve Popper, Newsday.
RJ, you talked about what you learned second year around, like things you learned from your rookie year. When you see him, the ups and downs he goes through, and the energy he plays with, do you kind of look at him like, was I like that last year?
I kind of just look at it as he's a rookie, man. He's a rookie. I mean, I'm my second year. I'm still going through it. It's kind of just basketball. I think everybody goes through it, no matter what year you're in. So just encouraging him. He's playing really hard. That's all we could ask for. And then he's playing hard, and he's making plays, making winning plays. He's scoring the basketball. He's he's really bringing it for us, and we appreciate him.
Last question, Rebecca Harlow, MSG.
And RJ, just kind of following up on what you said to me earlier, that you're just going out there playing hard, competing. What part of your game do you feel like has become more automatic?
Honestly, I don't know. I've been just trying to work on everything, and whatever is presented, in that specific game, I try to just use to the best of my abilities. I do think my free throws have improved, though. Just trying to work on it every day. So I could say that's one thing.
Thank you, RJ.
Thanks, Scott.
First question is Rebecca Harlow, MSG Network.
Coach, talking to Quickley in that walk-off, I asked him about the 14 points for him in that fourth quarter. He's always so humble in the way that he just defers to the team and his teammates, which of course you love about him. But at the same time, it's so obvious that he has a fierceness, a competitiveness, particularly when he's going up against guys like Sexton and Garland. What can you say about the fire that you get from him?
Well, I thought our entire bench gave us a lift. We started the game slowly, And I say we started it slowly and not really defensively. I thought defensively we were good. And I really liked the way Julius was playing early. He was making a lot of good plays, spraying the ball out, and we missed high quality shots. And then when the bench came in, they got going in terms of where Quick is. It's what he does. He's a scorer. He's a shooter. He's very effective in pick and rolls, and his teammates are doing a great job of setting him up. And so the bench is really building great chemistry together. They're playing off each other, but the shooting opens up so many different things for everyone. And so, and he is fearless, and that's a great word to describe him. He plays with a lot of poise for a rookie. He's not going to get rushed, and he knows what his strengths are. He knows what his teammates' strengths are, and he's a student of the game. He's just going to get better and better.
Mike Mancuso.
Coach, can you talk about the way your defense enabled you to control the tempo of the game and stop them from running?
Cleveland was playing really well, and we were concerned about the transition game. So protecting our basket was important, and also taking care of the ball. If they turn you over and they get into the open floor, it's problematic. And we saw that to start the third quarter, where there were leakouts and we didn't have protection on the basket. But overall, I was very pleased with the defense. I think it's something that our players have taken a lot of pride in. They work extremely hard in practice on it. And it's still a work in progress. We're not where we want to be, but I love the way the team is practicing each and every day.
Steve Popper, Newsday.
Hey, Tom, I know you talked there about the way the second unit played tonight. When you see what Emmanuel can do sparking offensively, is there any thought to maybe giving him a shot with that first unit?
Well, the thing is, there's always thought with everything. And so because someone doesn't start, that's really not that important to me. It's having groups that play well together, and you could always finish with the people that you feel will give you the best chance to win the game. So whatever the game calls for, you try to take advantage of that. But we're always looking at different lineups and what works best and how guys complement each other. So he's going to have a significant role, but we need everyone. And so tonight was his night. Tomorrow night could be someone else's, or Sunday afternoon, whatever it is.
Gerard Blakely.
Yes, Coach. I wanted to talk to you real quick about just Julius Randle. Now, he's made strides in a lot of aspects of his game this year, but when it comes to winning, what are some areas that jump out that he really has been a major contributor to the successes you guys have had so far this season?
Well, I think being ready to play, he was great in practice yesterday, and I thought he helped set the tone for the game today with his playmaking. I think he can hurt you a lot of different ways. He can obviously score, but his getting the ball into the paint and then reading the defense and making good rim reads, he got the game going the right way for us. His rebounding is terrific. The energy, those are all the pluses that he brings. I think he's playing for the team. He's playing with an edge, and we have a long way to go. But I think as a veteran, when you have a veteran like that works the way he does, it helps set the tone for the team. And the guy that's really playing at a high level, in addition to Julius, is RJ. And so the way he's scoring the ball, the way he's playmaking, his overall defense, that's a big plus for us also.
Ian Begley, SNY.
Tom, what do you think worked with what you guys were doing against Drummond in defending him?
Well, he's such a tough matchup, and every night you're faced with somebody who's going to be a tough matchup, and he's been rolling pretty good for them. So you're not guarding him individually. I thought Mitch had a couple tough calls early on, but you have to have a team awareness, and you're guarding them with your team. But you also can't do it at the expense of opening up a lot of other things. And so they've been a dominant paint team. They've been dominant in transition and on the board. So those were the three areas that we focused in on. But they put a lot of pressure on you, and their guards are very dynamic. They can go off the dribble. They can shoot. Sexton is really playing at a high level. Garland is, had a big night against us. and he's coming back off an injury. So, but they're a real good team, very well coached.
Last question, Rebecca Harlow.
Coach, you touched on Barrett there, but just your thoughts on how he's improved, not only just impacting a game, but controlling a game in stretches. It seems like it's so much more often these days where we see him back up a great defensive possession with then a great offensive possession where he's doing more overall.
Yeah, I think he's playing with a lot of poise. I think from the beginning of the season, the rebounding and the playmaking has been there. He's getting to his spots. He's making the right reads, whether he should shoot or pass. And he can score so many different ways. He can score in transition. He can score in the pick and roll. He scores off the handoff. He can score in the post. He can score off catch and shoot. But also to create and put pressure on the defense, force the defense to collapse, and then make the right read and open up a three-point game for us. So I really like the way he's playing. He's playing very well off people. He's playing very unselfishly, and he's playing both sides of the ball.